Ooh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to finally the reveal of the Northag DLC here. This is going to be coming out very soon. I don't know the exact day yet, but NDA is down now. So I'm going to go over both the NATO divisions in this video, and then another video I will go through the pact. So it's 5 divisions on each side, 5 on NATO, 5 on pact. Anyway, let's get into it here. First deck we're going to look over is good old 9th Infantry. Overall, the deck's pretty interesting. We'll go through tab to tab. We'll go over what they have and more of the new stuff. New stuff, obviously, is this new transport. You get 2 cards of them. They carry 300 supply. Cool little vehicle. Pretty fast, right? You know, but a little bit faster than the other transports with 10 miles per hour faster and 10 miles per hour, kilometers per hour. Sorry, guys, kilometers per hour than the other supply. Though this one carries far more. Standard CVs. We've already seen this stuff in other decks. Supply Helo, CV Helo, Humvee CV, and an FOB. Infantry-wise is kind of the interesting part. I'll start at the bottom here because it's kind of more unique. You get the light rifle Dragon here, which is the counterpart to the light rifle Law. Availability is 8, 5, and then 3. You get 2 cards of them. Tow teams, you get the 2A tow, which gives you tandem rounds, 25 penetration. You get 2 cards of them. Lose a card each, or lose 1 availability per veterancy. And you can bring them in the Blackhawk or these little transports, which these transports are pretty fast relative, right? They are a little bit faster than most other transports with 100 miles per hour. So it is really a speedy. And then these, you also get these vehicles now, which is the grenade launcher Humvee open top, or you can get a 50 cal open top. And these things are pretty fast too, 100 miles per hour, so relatively fast. Or a Blackhawk if you're looking at that. Also get the tow, ITOW obviously, and then you get the National Guard ITOW. Light rifles, 10-man, nice squad. We've seen this before in other units. Similar availability with these new open top vehicles. You get a CV with smoke, open top vehicles. National Rifle Dragon here. We'll go over the National Guard. You can bring them in a slow, M11 here if you're looking for that. But again, just stuff we've already kind of seen. National Guard Rifle, National Guard Law Rifle, which we saw on 35th already. And then you can get a National Guard Leader. Get a 40 mil grenade launcher if you're looking for that. You get an Engineer Dragon, which can come in the open top 50 cal if you're looking for that as well. Engineer Flash, which can come in the open top 50 cal if you're looking for that. Engineers, again, open top. Engineer CV is coming in the open top. Availability is the standard as all other units. Light rifles, which is the unique one, I guess, but does get in Berlin Command, but it goes from 9 to 6 to 4, and you get 3 cards of them. Everything else, 1 card each, 1 card each, and they go from 8 to 5 to 3. And that is for all of the units here. Except the National Guard, which go to 6, and they can't go any higher. You do get MPs here, and you get MP Humvees, so both can act as MP units, which is super nice, having this vehicle running around in the rear. Mobile MP unit giving your bonuses to all your National Guard troops, which can make them really cost efficient. And then you can also get, and these are the recoilless rifle one, but you can do the same thing without the recoilless rifle. 50 cal, standard stuff, and they come in a little bit faster transport. I guess, I don't know if it's faster, but relatively faster, I guess, than some other transports in the game. And yeah, just 50 cal, light machine gun here, M60, or another National Guard M60, which is 10 points, 5 points saved is a lot. Arty-wise, Arty's very unique. 107 isn't too unique. Mortars aren't too unique either. But the interesting part is going to be these boys. 12 armored with 2 of these, I guess, mine clearers, which they just devastate infantry and buildings. So you can kind of hang them out in the back of a town and just start lobbing these things in the town and doing tons of damage. You do have to keep supply near them at all times. You get a new piece of artillery here. This is a laser-guided artillery piece. You get 2 of them. They're stuck at 1 vet, but pretty good. If you're not looking for the laser guided, you can just use the normal 155s in your deck as well. You get National Guard M109s, and then you get 2 cards of cluster MLRS if you're looking for that too. Tank wise, ITOW, we've seen this before in 35th. We get the TOW Humvee, which is nice, and then you get these new Hellfire on some Jeeps, which is super nice. The range is crazy. Relative, you'll see the relative difference here. 2,800 meter range versus 2,625. That's a huge difference here. This is pretty massive. So you can shoot things from really crazy distances, get some good hit, and the accuracy is 70%, so it's really strong. And you get 6 missiles per vehicle, which is pretty awesome. You don't get too many of them. You only get 3, and you lose 1 per card though. We've seen the M60s already in other decks, like 35th. But you get a whole bunch of them here. Use availability. Here's the availability and, you know, availability. Pretty standard stuff. Recon wise, this is a little bit more interesting. We're getting a recon drone here for 9th. We're also getting the Kiowa. You know, we're going to start the new vehicle or new helo. I don't know what it's called. The JOH 58, 20 mil on it. Optics is very good, which is nice, and it's fairly cheap. You can also just get another version of it, which is just the miniguns on it, or one minigun, and very good optics. These little things, they're really cool, honestly. Heck of fast. They go 120 miles per hour on the road, and they're forward deploy. So really, really good. And they got a 25 pen ATGM, 70% accuracy. This thing is pretty sick, and kind of the thing that makes this deck unique. They're pretty expensive, but dang, for that speed, crazy. You can also get one with the grenade launcher, or you can just get one with the 50 cal. Barrett, coming with the 50 cal. This is a new sniper team. You could bring them in the fast transport, making them go 120 miles per hour. Relatively, you go 20 miles per hour faster. Crazy fast. It's actually kind of insane. And the Barrett does a lot of damage, as we can see here. I mean, relative to the sniper rifle, look at the HE. Only 0.15 to 0.125, sorry, to 0.25. So, man, talking about a whole 0.1 going up in damage, that's a lot. You also get some good old, what are they called? Signal trooper here, pretty standard here. And I don't think nothing to write home about, but this is this unit you need to write about home. This unit has 120 kilometer transport, but also 30 points for exceptional optics with GSR. It's 2-man commandos, really good, honestly, cost-wise. Scouts, we've all seen that, all of our decks. You can take a scout in this airborne. I don't know if that's an issue though. We'll look at that. You also get this new Humvee here, which just has exceptional optics, which is also pretty good. And it's honestly very cheap, 20 points. So not too bad if you're looking for exceptional optics. And then you can just bring a normal National Guard scout. AE-wise, Avengers, we've all seen these before. You know, you get 2 cards of them. Pretty good availability, 5 or 3. You get the Chaps. This is a new unit. You can transport them in either the M35 or the Chinook. You get 8 per card, 1 vet. Sorry, 0 vet, 5 per card, 1 vet, and 3 per card. And you get 2 cards of these, so you can get a lot of them. They don't have an extra ammo. You need to carry ammo around for them. They only have 4 shots, so that's something to note. 3 cards of Stingers. We have also Stingers, and they come in the new transport, but they can't come in the Blackhawk. You can get this as well, the VAB, or you get National Guard Stingers. Helos, Tokobras, Hogs, we've all had these before. And then a lot of new things in the air tab. We obviously get the F-16 here, but F-16 HE, F-16 Cluster 2. This is a really good cluster. This will pretty much one-shot everything. It's really nasty. Get 1 per card, you get 2 per card. Get the HE2, another F-16 with a lot of payload. C, we've had that before. And then we get the F/A-16 with 4 Mavericks and a 30 mil on it as well. It does 6 penetration. This is your new CAS, and 2 cards of F-15s, AA2s, so tons of Sparrows on board, if you're looking for that too. And yeah, that is 9th, so we'll go over the next deck here. Next deck is going to be 4th Armored. 4th Armored here, look through the CV, we've got an FOB, we've got the normal Stain Vs, we've got the normal Chinook supply, we got these new little transports here. Carry 2,000 supply, get 3 per card. You get another one of these. We've had these before in 1st Armored, another supply. We also get these new vehicles. This is a supply, carries 1,000 per one. They're actually pretty fast still, but not as fast as the others, but they are armored, so they can take some hits from artillery. Another CV, and then another CV. Infantry wise, we get a Milan 2s. We can bring them in this. We have a lot of options here. We can bring them in the Milan. We can bring them with just the heavy machine gun. We can bring them with a Spartan, which has a Milan 2 on board. And we can bring them with a Saxon or Rover. Similar here, we can bring with a Milan. We can bring with this. That's about it. Longbat can come with a Wombat of its own, which is pretty cool. Wombat, double the Wombats if you're looking for that. That's how you say it, I'm not sure. Loader Rifle, 9-man squad, which is, I think, 1 more bigger than in 1st Armored. Get 16 pen. AT, you can bring him to Saxon or not. Saxon, I believe, is faster. Yeah, it's 10 kilometers faster. Makes a big difference in getting up to the front, especially the start of a game. Just another rifle squad here, which is really strong. Obviously, the British rifles are good. Rifle leader, we've seen these before. It's in 3 other decks. Terras are pretty strong. You get this in this deck. You get 2 cards. It's 20 squads. You bring both of them. That's a lot. Get Terra Leader as well. You get Assault Pioneers, which we do have in the other deck. You can bring them to Scat if you want. Assault Pioneers can also come in the Scat. And then you got another CV here. And you got Gun Groups, which you can come in a whole bunch of things here. You can come with another Milan if you want. RMPs, Police Forces, if you're looking for that. And then Heavy Machine Gun. Party-wise, 155s. We've had this in the second, so we've seen this before. We've had this a second as well. Some heavy artillery. Get 2 of them though per card, which is nice. 2 this deck, which is a lot. Get some more heavy artillery if you're looking for this. Also some first armored. Get some mobile mortars and 81mm mortars. Take tab. Chieftains. You get a lot of cards of chieftains. You get from 6 to 4 to 2. You get 3 cards. You can get a lot of them. The Mark 9s. You can see that we get 19 or 12. Sorry, 19 pen, 12 armor. You can get from 8 to 5 to 3, and you can get 2 cards. You also can get the Chieftain Mark 6/2, which you can see the difference is penetration and distance. 16 penetration goes from 9 to 5 to 3. You only get 1 cards. And then we get a Chieftain Mark 11s here, 18, 15. 3 cards, a Commanders if you want. Striker, 1 card. And good old, what is this? Swingfire has more ATGMs. This carries 16 ATGMs. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold, guys. Sorry. Obviously, get some Satirian Mark 5s with assault gun, and you also get the Mark 12 with a lighter AT gun. 55 points, so honestly, this is pretty crazy. 55 points, 11 pen, 10 front. Not too bad, like, honestly. So this is something that people may be bringing a lot of. Too bad you only get 1 card, but still, probably worth. Honestly, that cheap of a tank, you can really mess up people in close quarters. Recon. Get some Recon helos here. Just say Exceptional Optics, which is 45 points, which is really nice. 45 points, Exceptional Optics helo. It's sick. You also get one of these little Gazelle rockets if you're looking for that. You get either 3 or 2. Scimitar, we've had these before. Scorpions, we have seen these before as well. Snipers, we've all seen snipers. Motorized Scouts here. This isn't unique to this deck. 8-man squad, 2 LMGs, assault rifle, submachine guns, and anti-tank rocket with the Carl Gustav. Bring the Saxon. Pretty fast, honestly. And you only get 1 card, though. Scout. And then we get the Spartan here, which has a machine gun on it, but does have exceptional optics. Foxes. And then a Ferret Mark II. AA-wise, we got Track Rapiers, 2 cards. Go from 4, 6 to 2 availability. We got the Darkfire here. Carries 6 per ammo, which is a lot. Has decent range as well. You get 2 cards. You get from availability from 1 to 3 to 2. So maybe betting up is pretty worth. Get up to that 75% accuracy, which is kind of a crazy high. Looking for something cheaper though, you can just bring in the normal Rapier, which is a old unit, but this is a new unit. So this thing carries a lot of missiles, and it has, I think, better range. Yeah, so it has more range, both helos and aircraft. That is something that you guys should know. And then we've seen javelins before. Sea Hell Arms, we've all had this, and this is another tow with 16 pen, just another one. We've had those in other decks as well. Airwise, you get a Phantom Cluster, which kills everything, but this Phantom Cluster is unique. It carries 2 far Sky Flash missiles, which have 7,000 range, which is pretty nasty. So you can use these as fighters, just like a lot of missiles and then leave without, if you don't need to use the cluster, which is pretty good. Stay safe, but also use it as a cluster when needed. HE Bomber does the same thing. So kind of a unique unit, honestly. Phantoms, we've seen these before. We have them second. But again, really good range with these semi-active radar Sky Flash. Jaguar HE coming with bombs, but also has AML 9Ls on top of its wings, which is pretty cool looking and unique, honestly. I can't really think of any time I've ever seen that. Got a cluster here, which we've seen before. We've had this in second. And another rocket plane, which we've seen in the first armored before. Anyway, that is all of 4th there. And now we'll go into my deck that I really like. I think it's cool. The MNAD. It's a combined coalition group, so it has a little bit of everything. I think we'll start here. You can bring these in. These are just supplies. They carry only 30. You get 20, but they carry 300 supply. They can come in a heavy helo if you want. I don't know why you would do that really, but cool nonetheless. You have another option here with the ATMP cargo, carrying a 300 supply. You also have these vehicles if you're looking to supply. We do have the second already. We have this supply here as well. Pretty standard stuff. CV, We've had this before. We've had this CV before. Supplied Chinook, or not Chinook, whatever it is. The CH-553G. Had this before. Second Panzergren and Sud. Airborne deployment, recon, CV. It's nice, but you can choose between the two, whether you are a fan of Germany or Belgium. Yeah, their stats are identical here, just the names are different. I think they're the same vehicle, just a little bit of a different camo. And now we'll go to the infantry tab. This is the interesting part. This deck has a little bit of everything. We got the Milan 2, standard stuff for deploy. Got the Milan 2 British, if you're looking for that. That can come in a Gazelle, if you're looking to get that early deployment with it. You get Paras here. British, get 2 cards. 8 deployment, 1 vet. You get, if you vet it up, you get 5. Get para leaders as well. You get Fallschirmjäger from the Germans, 2 cards of them. You get para gun groups from the British here, which can come in an ATMP if you're looking for that. It is actually fat. It's probably isn't as worth. It is unique to this division though, but its off-road is a little bit worse than the other alternative. We have para engineers here, 9-man. This is unique to this division. Really nasty, honestly, but you have even more. You have Fallschirmjäger pioneers, 10-man with 5 satchels, which is like a little bit depending what you want here. Do you want an extra guy or do you want an extra light machine gun? Para engineers, Fallschirmjäger fewers, para Milan 1s for deploy, Belgium unit. Mariners here, 10-man squad, pretty nasty, has a medium light machine gun as well with the resolute trait, so we'll take less suppression. Come in the Wombat if you're looking for this. They can come in the Chinook too, if you want that. We got a big squad here. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that. We'll just call them the rifles. 12-man, 3 light machine guns, has 20 pen, anti-tank rifle with the resolute trait. You get 2 cards. You can either get 6 or 4, which is pretty nasty. And then over here you got a little bit smaller squad, double AT here with the Law 80, 20 pen each. Pretty crazy. And they're double vet already. Can't get them up to triple vet with still 6 availability. It'd be kind of scary to run around the forest with these. Get another CV. Para commandos, 2 cards. You can get them 7, 5, or 3 availability. They come in a pretty fast transport, 90, a little bit slower than others, but still pretty fast. And they have this RL 100, 18 pen, 675 meter range with shock trait. Then we get the para commandos. They carry the Law instead. You only get 1 card though. But you do get a little bit better availability on 1 vet. And then you can get these guys, some satchels, a little bit cheaper satchels, 40 points. And you can see these guys are really cost efficient, 50 points, really, really cheap. They also come with the Milan carrier if you want that for the commandos. Not the others though. And then you get a Marine Dragon squad if you want. These are 30 points, Dragon 1, that's all they are. Can come in a recon or some type of helo as well if you're looking for that. 50 cal. And good old Mag 762mm. Some more guns, Already, you get the 105. If you're looking for that, Belgium. Get another 105. British, if you're looking for that. This one is a little bit different. It can be airlifted, which is the difference here, which can go up, get pretty far up to the front with the Chinook. These cannot. 4 deploy 120s from Germany. 107s from the Belgians. 81 cluster. Just cluster ammunition, guys. You guys will have to experiment how much damage these will be doing, but it's got to be annoying. The rate of fire is pretty good, so they can put down a lot of rounds, and they do have 2 penetration, especially for those hordes of light vehicles. BMPs could be really annoying, and a good counter. And then you can also get 81mm mortars of British, which you can bring with these little transports if you're looking for that too. Tank wise, we get the ATMP Milan. We get 9 rounds, 24. Your stealth is good too. They're fast as well, 100 kilometers down the road. So these things are pretty good. Striker, we've had this before. Get the tow vehicle here. Can come in a helo if you're looking for it. Get the Weasel. Tow 2. Good stealth as well. Comes with machine gun, 25 pen. This is actually really nasty. And it can, which is actually really fast, 80 kilometers, 70 off-road, and it can come in a helo if you want. I think the helo is a little bit overkill. But you get 2 cards of them too. And not too bad availability even if you vet it up. But he's already got 70% accuracy. Pretty crazy. You want the Weasel without the ATGM. You can bring a cheaper version. Get the 20mm autocannon on it, and they're really fast. This thing looks like it's made out of 40K or something, dude. This looks so alien. You get a Scimitar, and then you get the Scorpion, which are the Belgium variants. Recon-wise, you get the Pathfinders, which are super nice. 9-man squads, Special Forces trait, super nasty. Pair of Scouts, which are also pretty fun. And then you get Fallschirmjäger Aufklärer with the 21 pen AT gun that we have in 2nd Panzer Grenadier. And then you want a fast vehicle coming down the main road, Special Forces trait. You do get one. It's pretty fast. Not as fast as the American one, but still has a 24 pen ATGM with 66% accuracy. Max FET, Special Forces, pretty crazy. You get one with 50 cal as well. And I believe, can you bring any of these? No. You can bring another, I can't, Commandos. I can't pronounce that word. Standard squad here, but 6-man, but pretty good price, honestly. And very good optics. You also get the other Commando version, which can come in a Spartan, or come in 50 cal truck. They are 4-man. That's about it. Scimitar, Scorpion, Sniper, we've seen this stuff. And then Hellarm, a new unit, the British, which is cool. 19 pen, pretty good range as well. Pretty low accuracy though. You bet up you get 2. And then Gazelle, we've had this before. AA wise, we get the new unit again, the new AA piece, which is super awesome. Get the Mistrals, 4 deploy. This is Belgium though, not French. And then we get these, which is honestly pretty sick. They get to go 4 deploy, so these will be your 2-go 4 deploy to cover yourself when you first deploy in the game. For airborne deployment, these things go pretty fast, 100 kilometers, so they'll keep up with all of your airborne units, which is nice. And these transports will also keep up with all your airborne as well. You can bring these Skyguard as well if you're looking for this. These things do mow down infantry like crazy. They are a big ass gun, and they're actually have crazy range. They have 3,000 meter range, so like a Capard. You can bring 4 deploy VADs as well if you're looking for that. And then you get this unit, which is 20 mil and can be airlifted, and then Javelins. Kilos, ACGM carrier. We've had this before. We've had this before. We've had this one before. We've had this one before. So a good variety though of choices between the different nations, Germans or the British. Air tab, get an F-16 AA2, which is a nice fighter. F4 Phantom, sorry, F4, yeah, it is Phantom, which is pretty nice as well. Get a AT, get 3 per card, which is super nice. 4,400 meter range, crazy range with these missiles. They are semi-active radar too, so which is pretty nice. Seed, which is nice too. Pretty good range on the Seed as well, 2 of them. And you get 2 per card. 2 LGBs, which is nice. Can't say anything too bad about LGBs. These planes aren't the toughest though. I feel like they can go down. They do have 30% ECM though. You also get this plane here, which is another nice 8G bomber. You get a cluster here. It's a light cluster. It kind of acts like similar to the F-16 cluster that the other decks get, but usually doesn't one-shot most tanks in my experience. But I'll have to experiment with when it fully releases. Mirage, we've seen this plane before. I don't know. This is a new plane here. It's Belgium. It's got 30% ECM, carries 400 kilogram bombs. Mirage FBA rockets, you know, pretty fast, 30% ECM, 155 points, relatively cheap. Anyway, let's go on to the next. That is 3 of them. Now we'll go over 16th Panzer. This is the deck that kind of very similar to 2nd Panzer Grenadier, in my opinion. Supply, though, pretty standard. It's just a normal supply truck. It is a new unit, though. And then another new unit supply. So you have 2 options here between the 2 supply. One carries more, one carries less, but get less availability for this one. A CV, pretty standard. It just has a 50 cal. It's relatively fast, 75 kilometers an hour. Get the Sultan as well, which comes in 2nd Panzer Grenadier already. You get this little transport, which is just a Belgian version. You also get a Dutch version here of, you know, Humvee, which we've had before, and then FOB. Get a 4 deploy Fusilier squad here, 55 points. They come with a lot. They come with 2 Mag 2s medium machine gun, which is pretty nasty, honestly. They're going to do a lot of damage. They also get a CV leader here, which is a 6-man with smoke grenades and AT, which is pretty nice. Milan 2 can come in the AIFVAMIL. I think that's how it is. 17 pen, really fast, 75 kilometers on the road. But nice ATGM, and you can come in the other version with the 50 cal or just bring in the normal transport. Milan 1, similar situation as the Milan 2. The Mech Fusiliers are 7-man squads, 2 light machine guns. They can come in a 50 cal if they want. Availability comes from 9 to 6 to 4, and they only get 1 card. The other Mecha Fusiliers have a different AT gun. They have the Law instead. and they get a mag. They get another mag, I guess. So they get an extra machine gun. Availability goes from 10 to 7 to 5. Really good availability, honestly. And it can come with a 25mm autocannon on the IFV here, or AI. The AI, is it AIFV? I don't know. I'm butchering it. Sorry, guys. You also just get another squad of the mech fusiliers. You get an airborne 4 deploy 50 cal that comes in a Humvee. You get a Pioneer Flame Squad 9 that can come at the AMX 13 little like World War II machine gun on it. And then you can get the normal 50 cal if you want, or just normal transport. Same with the Pioneer, same with everything about availability is the same between these guys. It goes from 8 to 5 to 3. Pioneer RL 83, 9-man squad, can come in the same transports as the prior two. Availability goes from 8 to 5 to 3. And then you get a version with the CV, and then you get reservists, which can come in M111s, which are 8-man squads, and they're okay. They have a good AT though, decent AT. You can get military police for them. The transport does not act as military police, so just something to note. 50 cal here can come in all these two transports here, and another little light machine gun, which is the mag, or it's a medium machine gun. Alrighty, M109s, Belgium, 105s, Dutch, more Dutch mortars, M30s, and 81mm mortars. Pretty standard stuff here. Tank tab. These are the bread and butter of this deck. I really love these new tanks. These are better than the two Leopard 1s and 2nd Panzer Grenadier and 5th Panzer because the range is better. The other ones have less range. So this one has max range 2,275 meters. The difference between the two models is going to be accuracy and penetration. So one has 16, one has 17, way more accurate. You only get one card of these. Availability goes from 8 to 5 to 3. The other one goes from 9 to 6 to 4. 3 cards though. And you get a CVs, 1 CV of the better version and 2 of the lower one. You also get airborne deployment, tow Humvee, which is always good. Can't really complain about that. And then you get this new JPX AT, which I guess not new. I guess 2nd Panzergrenadier has their own variant of it. And you do get a striker and you get a Milan carrier here. You do get a good old drone here with a recon squad that can come in a 50 cal transport if you're looking for that. Scimitar, Scorpion, standard stuff, but just Belgium. You get the ESR GVP Special Forces has GSR on it, so it has all the traits. Pretty good. 6-man squad, law, sniper rifle, light machine gun, and assault rifles. Get another one with sniper rifle here, but they don't have the GSR. Get an 8-man squad recon here as well, but standard transport, and then you can get the same thing, but just 4-man, but can come in a helo transport. Yeah, it comes in the Spartan if you want, or a 50 cal truck, or a little car. Little recon vehicle here. I think we've had this before. It's just a Belgian model instead, and then you have exceptional optics with a 50 cal on it, which is nice. You can defend itself against some infantry. Mistral, standard stuff. The A tab is weak. Capards, get 2 cards of Capards, 4, 6, and 2, but only 1 card of Mistrals. You do get VADs, and you do get this what can only be described as a truck with a World War II quad 50 cal. Right? That's pretty much what it is. It literally looks like that vehicle from World War II. I forget the American one, except more janky. Helos, get these new. These helos look so slick. These are like the helos you see on the news channels we're flying around with. 25 pen, ATGMs, carry 8 rounds. Really nice. 4, really good availability. Get 3 per card, 95 points. You're looking for something a little bit. Well, I guess there really is not too much difference, but except availability. Accuracy is a little bit better on this. No, I guess availability is better. No, rate of fire is way slower. The rate of fire on these are way slower. The rate of fire is really high on these ones. Rate of fire is slow on these ones. That's the big difference here. So watch out for that. Whichever one you feel more comfortable with, though, utilize. Air tab, get the Mirage here with huge HE payloads, 450 kilogram bombs, 4 of them. F-16 cluster, which carries also HE bombs, so pretty much whacks all enemy tanks. 3 cards, F-16 AA, which is making up for that weak AA tab. So 3 cards, which is always good. Get the Mirage cluster here. You get a Mirage Napalm if you want that. You also get a Mirage HE bomber, and you get a Mirage rocket plane. Really strong aircraft. They all have 30% ECM, and they're crazy fast. So watch out for these. And finally, the last deck on the list is 4E Division. It has, well, let's get that out of the way. Sorry. We have the PRV here, supply, carry 600 per card. Over here, 1,000 supply per card. And then another CV, and a FOB. Now, the infantry is a little bit weak, I'd say, in this tab. It's not as strong as the other decks, but it does have a tow. Gets 2 cards of them. You do get these 8-man squads with the mag and satchel, and they're really cheap. 40 points. They come in the M111 as well, but really cheap for what they are. 40 points. And pretty good availability. 8, 5, 2, 3. CB, you get here, and I don't know, I'm not going to pronounce these words. You get Dragon 1 on the CV, though, and a smoke grenade. They come in these little cool, what are these called? 25 millimeters. YPR, which is similar to the Belgian, but just Dutch. I think there's some differences, but pretty good, honestly. Fire support. They come with the Dragon 1 here, so, but they do come with the Mag 11, and they're pretty cheap, 55 points, but you know, actually not, that's pretty expensive. You have an alternative, though. You can bring it with the Mag 11, but instead of the Dragon 1, you get the Carl Gustav, and then you get the Lara and the Mag, and you can bring them in the transport if you want, IFE. You do get this squad here. Look at all these guys, they're long hair. It's a reservist squad, get really good availability, and you can actually vet them all up. Availability falls off a cliff though, goes from 12 to 7 to 4. But again, so cheap for a 9-man squad. So to make up for it though, you can bring up MPs plus security troops. Given that buff, the transport does not act as a, as a MP. And then 50 cal and a 7.62 medium machine gun. Moving on to the Arty tab, you get M110s if you're looking for that. You get M109 if you're looking for that as well. And you get some good old M114s that look like they're brought out of World War II here. I'm not sure how old these are, but they're 155s. Not too bad, honestly. They have, I believe, they have 3.41 HE damage, so they do a lot of damage. Honestly, for their price, pretty good, because relative, right? M109 does 3.41, same amount of HE damage, but your rate of fire is the same too, so really it is the cheaper alternative. Just looks old. I don't know if it really is. Get 120s here, and you can bring them with a 50 cal if you want. And on to the tank tab. This is the bread and butter of this division. You get the new Leopard 2A4C and the 2A4B. The difference between these decks and 5th Panzer, for example, is you get an extra penetration here. And then this one also gets extra penetration, but less armor. So 18 armor, 21 pen, 16 armor, 21 pen. And then you also get the cheaper version, which is the B version, as a command. So 21 pen, 16 armor. So a little bit, again, weaker on the armor side, but really strong on the gun. And the accuracy is really high. Availability goes from 3 to 2 to 1. And then the Leopard 2A4B, 3 to 1. You also get this HGM carrier, the Pratt, which does carry a lot of ammo. Too bad it doesn't have good stealth, but that's it. You get in one card of leopards here. These are the weaker leopards that don't have the 2000 plus range, but 17 pen. Availability can go from 6 to 9. Pretty good availability though. You just get 6 of these things, 75 points, not too bad. Recon wise, you're getting the M111 50 cal or 25 millimeter cannon on it. Recon, pretty standard here. These are special forces, but they do carry GSR for 50 points. Satchel troopers, 8-man. It's nice. The thing to note though is that they're slow. They're slow. They're going down 75 kilometers. So everyone, other recon squads are going about 100 to 90. So you're going to be beat to the front with this squad. But again, if they can get in the towns, man, satchels, awesome. And they're cheap. They're 45 points. Now the recon here, come to Carlos Gustav. Can come in the Hilo recon if you need it. And 100 kilometer transport. Other squad here, similar stuff, but this time you get a law, but you're cheaper. Recon Hilo, very good optics. And finally, this little transport here that has exceptional optics, but with 50 cal as well. And I think has smoke. Yep, has smoke launchers. And just to make sure, these things do have smoke launchers as well, just to make sure you guys know. Now that's the recon tab. AA tab, you just get some Gepards pretty much. You get 2 cards of them, 6, 4, and 2 availability. 5 cards, Stingers, so you're going to be able to make it up in that category. And then you get some World War II Bofors, because I guess they're, I don't know. I mean, I guess you bring it out. I mean, God, man, it would bring out a lot of firepower on the battlefield of 40 mil. I guess it'll mess up helos too. You have no helos in this deck, so the air tab though is pretty interesting. You get a cluster here, a really nice F-16 cluster that does tons of killing. HE does good work as well. 2 cards, F-16 AA, which is pretty good, but they don't have the crazy long-range missiles, so they can get beat by the long-range missiles, so be very careful with this. Close quarters though, they're pretty nasty. You also have a cheaper fighter here, 20 mil and 2 little missiles. Pretty cheap, really cheap, 125 points. And 20% ECM, so, which is pretty good. And an F5A HE, nice little light bomber. I mean, not a light, it's carrying 2 huge-ass bombs, 450 kilogram bombs, which is super nice. And then you get a rocket plane for the alternative. And yeah, that is all the decks there. That's all 5 on the NATO side. I know it's going pretty fast, if you know, but just pause the video to see what you guys want to see. I think I went over everything. If you guys have any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys around. Thanks for watching.